Concurrent projects, overlapping projects, interdependent projects, they're all part of the juggling act that every project manager must learn. Hey, I'm Kenneth Harris. We've all been there, trying to keep a bunch of projects on track, on budget, and aligned to the goal. That takes some serious brain power and prioritization skills. In this video, we'll explore ways to help you stay organized and keep multiple projects on track. And along the way, we'll share some expert advice from project leader Shweta Brahmakshetriya and Tabarn Molife. Okay, let's dig into our 5 strategies for managing multiple projects. Planning ahead might seem obvious, but it's worth emphasizing. When it comes to keeping multiple projects on track, project managers must be proactive planners. That means mapping out all of your competing timelines, different stakeholders, and resources ahead of time. The payoff for all that planning? You're always one step ahead of any critical needs.
While dealing with multiple projects, before you start them, you need to have that entire timeline with you where you know what step needs to be done at what point.
So let's say you've completed a portion of work on a project and realize that you need more raw materials, but you forgot to create a procurement management plan and now you need to add one. These in-the-moment changes can disrupt all of your timelines.
And when you start doing it at that very point in project, that leads to delay in project. And it might also lead to quality issues because you would want everything to come in as soon as possible, which will lead to, you making a decision in a hurry, and you might have to suffer on quality.
We talked about planning ahead, but when managing multiple projects, you also need to make sure each project stays in sync with the overall business vision. For Tabarn, managing a good understanding of organizational goals keeps her focused on how a project fits into the big picture. It also helps her to weigh decisions against bottom-line objectives and reset priorities when needed.
The company or the organization could be looking to release a new product, for instance, and could be looking to monetize that particular product. So it's quite important for you to look at aspects such as revenue. Is that project bringing revenue into the organization? Is that project some form of a technology advancement project for the organization? Or is it simply a nice to have?
Believe me, project managers can't do it all, especially when you're managing multiple projects at once. My mentor used to say, no one builds a satellite by themselves. Knowing when to offload certain responsibilities can help you maintain progress across all your initiatives. It also helps create resource redundancies so you're covered in the case of emergencies.
The key is to identify the right person for the task to be delegated to. And secondly, how will you be communicated about it? Whatever happens, maybe I have 3 projects running and 2 of them have a client meeting at the same time. I go into one, I get a senior developer or a project coordinator to join another one.
Leaning on others can help project managers empower team members to take ownership of their deliverables. But how do you know which task should go to which person? Tabarn has a great method. She interviews team members on each project so she can learn their strengths and their weaknesses. That helps her determine who's best suited to pitch in when she just doesn't have the bandwidth, so she can be more confident about letting go of some responsibilities.
Holding on to knowledge and holding on to tasks will not actually benefit you in the end. Important to do knowledge sharing, upskill some of your resources to ensure a smooth running machine as far as your project execution is concerned.
Of course, when you're managing multiple projects, technology can help too. Tools like planning software and messaging platforms let you track multiple projects at once. They also improve collaboration along the way. And those tools are becoming more powerful and more efficient with the rise in AI-enabled technology.
A project manager is able to leverage of these tools to ensure visibility of projects, and resources within these projects are also able to see the interdependencies linked to these other projects should there be a requirement for them to see them.
There are loads of options for project management tools such as planning software, but Shweta strongly recommends choosing just one and sticking to it. This eliminates the need to juggle between different applications.
All your projects have to be on the same tool so that you know where everything is going at one glance. If you want to see a dashboard of how much all 5 projects are doing, if they are on the same application and you just run a quick report, you'll get to see what's happening on all 5 together at once.
Managing multiple projects simultaneously can be a recipe for burnout, and it really doesn't have to be. You can maintain a positive and a productive mindset by building in opportunities to unwind for both yourself and your team.
So I'm quite vocal and very passionate about professionals who actually don't take time out, because at the end of the day, we need you to bring your best self. And if you don't take breaks and if you don't switch off when you need to switch off, you're going to not be your best self, and not being your best self could ultimately see your project failing.
You can exercise, spend time on a hobby, anything that helps you reset or recharge. For me, that can be anything from reading to cooking or just bonding with my family.
So I personally do yoga for about 30 minutes every evening. It's helping me to switch off and center myself. Before yoga, before I actually started doing yoga, I can tell you now, I used to struggle keeping up during the course of the day. So this actually helps me to center myself, gives me time to think, gives me time to reflect on a lot of things.
Shweta also likes to give her team surprise breaks, turning regularly scheduled work meetings into bonus downtime.
I've booked a calendar time for 1 hour. I talk for 30 minutes, I discuss with them for 30 minutes, and the rest 30 minutes, I tell them, turn off your screens, go away, get up from the seats and go on. Take a coffee break, take a bio break, just go sit somewhere else. You're not thinking about work, you're just rejuvenating yourself, relaxing, so that when you come back after 30 minutes, you have more energy to work and more enthusiasm to work.
Managing multiple projects doesn't need to be daunting. The next time you're overseeing projects that overlap or run concurrently, try these steps. Plan ahead. Map it all out in advance so that you can better anticipate challenges and prepare for them. Stay aligned. Know how each project contributes to the company's goals so you can prioritize accordingly. Delegate. Please, please delegate. Determine which team members have the skills to take on some of your responsibilities, either in a pinch or for the duration of a project. Tap into tech. Use it to keep projects on track and to strengthen communication and collaboration across teams. Go ahead, relax a little. You and your team need time to recharge, so build downtime into the schedule. So are you ready to take on another project? Hopefully it doesn't seem too hard now. But if you're ever unsure how to manage multiple projects without feeling overwhelmed, just revisit our 5 strategies. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Go ahead, break some eggs. As you gain more experience, you'll feel more confident managing multiple projects in no time.